think I've realized that like conversation means a lot to me. Like, I love sitting in silence with people, don't get me wrong, but I also like when someone can start a conversation and keep it going, because I'm not very good at like starting conversations and keeping them going, you know what I mean? But like, if someone can start the conversation, I'll kind of get into a bit of a groove of it. I realized lately that a person that I care about, we just never have conversations. And I realized that we need like a third party or something to be there in order for conversations to be had. And it's not like they don't know how to start conversation. Like, I've seen them do it. Sometimes it feels like they just don't want to start conversation with me because I'm just an other, you know? Like, I'm not someone they care about or whatever. And it's like interesting because I don't think they care about anyone, or at least that's what they've kind of portrayed. It's like they care about people's feelings or whatever, but they're not going to go out of their way to like make you feel better or fix whatever the problem is, because it's not their problem. And I guess that like is weird to me because I could never do that. I always am the one to go out of my way and kind of be like, I am here if you need me, and if you want to talk, let's talk, you know? I guess that's important to me too, that like a person is willing to listen to what's going on in my life and give me advice or feedback, or just sit there and listen and let me talk and ask questions and be curious and help me come to my own conclusion or something. Like, I enjoy those type of conversations because it allows me to get in my own head and for the other person to also get in my head. And the fact that she doesn't, like, that's what makes me feel like we're just not friends, you know? Like, we know each other and I respect her and I would hope that she respects me, but we aren't friends. That's just, and I think that like hurts me on some weird fundamental level, that this person isn't curious about me as much as I am curious about them, and they don't care. So basically, we're not friends. Because to me, friendship is when two people care about each other. When people care for each other's feelings and who they are and how they interact with the world and whatever, when they're willing to observe and talk about their observations, when, you know, like having that, I guess, co-regulation that she just doesn't have. So at this point, I just feel like we're not friends. And that hurts because I thought we were. But if I'm starting to understand my meaning of friendship or my standards, she doesn't meet them. Like, at all. She doesn't reach out. And I know for a fact if I were to stop reaching out, she probably wouldn't care and be like, where have you been, or whatever, but not actually give a fuck. Which is like crazy to me, because like once I remember someone exists, I'm just like, what the fuck? Where have you been? Are you okay? Are you living? Are you breathing? Have you been doing all right? That sort of thing. But I know for a fact if I were to disappear, she would either wait for me to return and act like nothing happened, or she just wouldn't give a fuck, because I'm just a person that's there and not someone she actually cares about. I love like how I think a lot of my randomly, my Instagram reels have been telling me that if they don't respond, they don't care about you. And like, she doesn't respond to anyone. She responds to her parents, and she responds to her partner, but all these so-called friends that she has, she doesn't respond to most of the time. And that's why I don't trust myself to like share my feelings with her. Like, I really don't ever want to share my feelings with her, because I know for a fact they're just going to go left, ignored. They're just going to be completely ignored. And that, I don't like it. I don't like that. So I don't share my feelings with her anymore. And our DMs are basically just work. And like, I try to be more personable, and like, I don't know, I feel like if I ask about her life, she gives me a really plain, dry ass answer. And if I tell her about my life, she doesn't give a fuck. It's a fun realization to realize that the person that you want to care about you doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, not even as a friend. Which is all I'm really asking for at this point, is to be her fucking friend. And she's not that for me. Never will be that for me, and it's pissing me off. And I don't like being pissed off about something that, like, is so trivial. And most of the time, people would just, like, leave it, you know? But I guess I love her still. I admire her as a figurehead. And I think her confidence is amazing. It is nice to know that I don't have romantic feelings for her anymore. That it's all kind of like this delusional connection that I wanted to have, that we just don't and never will. So that's nice. That does mean that I have to sit with my other feelings, which is not fun. But yeah, no, I'm annoyed a little with how much time I've wasted. I guess I wouldn't say wasted. I don't think pouring love into someone is a waste of time, but it sure doesn't make me feel any better, that's for sure. So, I don't know. Right. Anyways, goodbye.